Hello everyone, this is Akoda. I'm going to do a playthrough of Into the Breach. I know I haven't been doing any videos in a long time, but this one recently came out by the makers of FTL, Faster Than Light, and I thought the gameplay was very good, and the UI is very clean, such that playthrough of this would be alright. So let's dive in here. I've played maybe 8 or so campaigns, I guess. I did manage to beat it on normal and hard, and I'm gonna try to finish out the achievements to beat it on hard with 2 islands and hard with 4 islands. In the game, you have a squad leader, and the squad leader you can choose from among the ones you unlocked. The starting one is Ralph Carlson, and he has +2 XP per kill. He basically levels up a little faster than others, where you have 3 levels. I think I'm going to go with this Bethany Jones one. I like her starting ability, which is basically a one-shot shield. Although Ching Rong here is also pretty decent. But yeah. The mechs in your squad, of which you'll always have 3, depends on which squad you choose. Depending on how many achievements you unlock, you can spend it on purchasing other squad types. But I'm just going to go ahead and complete out this Riftwalker squad here. Alright, let's dive. So, like FTL, this is kind of a sci-fi setup. It's a post-apocalyptic world. And we're time travelers trying to save the timeline here. For the gameplay, there's 4 islands, and we have to save at least 2 of them before we can proceed to the end fight. Although, if we save more, then the end fight just gets a little harder. I don't know that any of the islands are particularly easier than others. I haven't kind of broken that down yet. But this is the default one that you generally start with, so I'll go ahead and start with this one. Each island has its own terrain type, which has its own features, and each island has its own kind of bug types, the enemy bugs. But yeah, let's go here. The bad news is the Beck are overrunning our island, Beck being the island and the insects, putting refugees and historical artifacts at risk. The good news is we will have old Earth military artifacts that can help us in the fight. Alright, so like FTL, you have a kind of a map screen, and you can choose to go where you want in the map. Each map, you can only do 4 of the sectors on the island, and each area has its own kind of possible bonus objectives. Now, the overall victory condition to clear that area is always going to be you survive 5 rounds while not like losing health to 0. But there are bonus objectives. Stars give you currency, which you can spend on items and pilots for your mechs. These like Pokemon Powerballs are reactor cores, which allow you to increase the ability levels of your mech. So your mechs have weapons, and you can power up their various abilities. And then lastly, the shock symbols are your lifeline if you ever get 0 due to the fact that the bugs are hitting your buildings, which lose you shock. That means you will eventually just die. So for me, my priority is always going to be reactor cores, then stars, then shocks. Shocks, I'll just try to not have my bugs not have the enemies hit my buildings. So looking here, looks like the most optimal way would be me doing these three, and then in that case I can go here for the fourth area. And then looking at the actual objectives here, this one's just a simple kill and protect. This one is not take a lot of damage and also protect. I think I'm gonna go here. There's a tidal waves warning, which is actually like an area effect where the terrain will slowly disappear, and generally I can find that to be pretty helpful. So yeah. An offshore volcano is causing tidal waves along the coast and may help you wash away the wreck threatening the area. So this kind of upper right terrain is water, and it's going to get slowly more and more water on the map, and the bugs generally die in the water. The mechs can be in the water, but they won't be able to attack from the water, so I should be able to use that to my advantage. So the yellow area here represents the area that will be turning to water next turn. These are the bugs, and the bugs here are kind of self-explanatory. I like the UI because a lot of it you can kind of figure out what's happening just based by looking at it. These are hornets, and if I press control I can see that they just do a 1 damage attack to an adjacent tile while also being able to fly around. This one is a unit that allows, let's see, the insects to explode on death in its adjacent tiles for 1 damage. So I'll have to be careful with that. I'm pretty sure that when this unit itself dies, doesn't do this blast. And this also does 1 damage. Okay, so my 3 mechs, I'm going to deploy them now. I'll put my squad leader, this is kind of like a melee fighter, in the center. I'll put my tank, this is my cannon mech, kind of a straight shooter, also there. And I generally prefer my artillery to be in the back area because I think they're pretty effective there. And then I'll just confirm there. The main thing with this guy is he just needs to have he's kind of like a rook, so he just needs to have a line that he can handle, he can shoot from. Alright, so the enemies kind of move to where they're going to attack, and I get to make my movements, and then the enemies will get to make their movements. So unfortunately here, since they're flying, they don't actually die if they get into the water. I think my first goal is actually to try to kill this guy. And the buildings themselves have grid power to them, so anytime I damage the buildings or maybe push a monster into a building, it'll damage it, so I don't want to do that. So in terms of things I could do here, she has a melee attack that does 2 and pushes back, so I could do that on this guy and push him back here, exploding him and dealing 1 damage to this guy. That sounds pretty good. The cannon shooter has a 1-shot range attack that pushes back as well, so this guy could do that on this thing. And then the artillery here has a kind of a lob attack that deals 1 damage to the target and then pushes everything adjacent to it to the side. These these red spawning, or these areas where it kind of bubbles from the ground. Going to have monsters next turn, so let's see. I think I'll push this guy back. And instead of having him possibly kill this guy, I actually think I'll push him. I could actually have him push to block this spawn, and then he'll take damage by blocking it. So I think that's what I was trying to do. There's good points and bad points to blocking because there's good points and bad points to blocking because that does mean that the next turn more monsters will have to be killed, or the following turn anyways. And lastly, I'll go ahead and knock this guy back. Alright, so what do we have here? I could shoot. Alright, so I have a melee dude here next to the water. I can just knock him into the water by this artillery. If I move the artillery over here, shoot here, that guy gets knocked in the water. Unfortunately though, that does mean I somehow need to also deal with this one. I can't really move this guy to a spot where he gets knocked, where I can like push him here. So I could alternatively move this guy here and knock him into the water. I think I'll do that. Yeah. Is this guy on fire? Okay, I guess the shield blocks him from getting on fire. Huh. And I'll go ahead and knock this guy and kill it. And this guy goes in the water. I'm guessing the shield is going to block this guy, but his shield is going to, get removed and he's going to be on fire now. On fire basically means he takes just 1 damage at the start of every turn. I wonder if getting in the water removes his thingamajigger. He's on fire. Okay, well, what can I do here? I can knock back this guy. So this guy kind of webs and does a melee on the web, and I can't do a movement here until I kind of push him away. Now I could knock him back here, and he would die from the water. In which case, I just need to deal with this guy somehow. This guy looks like he's going to attack 2 next to him. So I can't push him. What I can do here, I think, is I can use this tank and push him back 1. Now the tank might take damage, but that's alright. Is there a way for me to kill him? 1, 2. She has 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. She can't get there. Yeah, I think it's fine. So it's going to take 2 damage, but this is the last turn of the round anyways. And let's go ahead and just get it back. Alright, that guy should be fine. Alright, completed mission. So next one I can do is either defend the satellite launches or kill 7 and protect the clinic. Which one might be easier? I'm going to do both in any case. Let's go ahead and just go to the satellites. Satellite launches have their own specialties that you can kind of manipulate, and the specialty for this one is the launches, when they launch, deal damage or kill everything next to them. So I'll try to use that to my advantage. So again, melee dude kind of in the center, tank also kind of in the center, and artillery kind of hang out in the back. The dudes that spawn and kind of does a web attack, those are the dudes that you do not want to get webbed on your artillery. Or you don't want your artillery to get webbed by those because they can't do anything next to them for the most part. Okay, so what to do here? I could push this guy into this thing and block the spawn. I could see, this guy does 1 damage, 1 damage adjacent. This guy does 2 damage. So I could also move this guy, push him to this way so that he now attacks the Hornet on his turn. But then again, I'm likely I could also just hammer this guy with my melee, or kill this guy with my melee. So what to do? He has 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. I could move, attack, that moves it back. Move here, attack. I don't see a real way to do a lot of damage on him. That's the unfortunate part. He can't push this guy forward this way either. And what if I smack this guy this way forward? No. No, I move here, kill this guy, or move this guy forward too. And then move this guy here, move this guy forward, this one. So I could just, I think it makes sense for me to move this guy here, push this guy here, then that means he'll deal 2 damage. Push this guy forward here. 1, 2. I could move here. Alright. I think in any case I'm going to push this guy over, almost certainly. And I mean, I could move here, smack him. Moving here, smacking this guy is like, does nothing. Pushing him forward does nothing as well. Alright. this deal one to it. Alright, at this point this thing's gonna launch next turn. But I think it launches at the end of the turn. So, double checking here. Yeah, the NPC, the launch is gonna be fork. So I could, but I can't really. I was thinking about leaving it alone, but this guy, I believe, is a straight shooter, and he'll shoot all the way down and he'll hit this thing right here. I can't have that happen. Alternatively, let's see, I can't really move this guy to block it either. So it looks like I probably need to... Actually, what is the bonus of this guy? Okay, this guy causes things to explode on death. So... I think I'll just smack this guy around. Maybe stand on one of these spawn points to block another spawn. And then, like, this guy move over here, shoot this guy. Something like that. I'll stand here. And I'll move this thing slightly back. And shoot this thing there. And deal one more damage on this guy. Alright, so... Alright, so this only has 1 health. I could actually knock this guy into there. Fortunately, this guy is so far away from everyone else that he probably has to deal with this guy. Okay. And these two have to be handled by these two. What I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to get these guys to shoot each other. But I'm not sure that's feasible. If not, then I'm going to try to... So I can only get them to shoot each other if they both move into this row, because otherwise this thing blocks if I try to move it into this row. But I don't think I can move both of them into this row, so... I could move this guy over here, shoot this thing this way, and then maybe push this guy to the side. I think it'll be a little more to maintain closer, to maintain my tanks to be closer towards the center. I'm going to push it this way. And then move this to the side here. Alright. Let's go ahead and knock this guy out. Is there something spawning here? Oh, okay. Oh boy. Okay, these guys, this guy deals a lot of damage, deals 3 damage, so I could have him kill this guy. But I don't think that's what I want to do, because this guy being so limited in range, he's gonna have to do this movement here. And let's go ahead and knock this guy out. What I'm thinking about doing is moving this guy to the side here, pushing the blue one over here. actually moving this guy into the side, moving this one, pushing the blue one over here, and then having this guy move out, and then shooting this one back here. Actually, I can move this one further up, and if I shoot with my cannon on this Hornet, it'll actually knock it back into this thing and deal 1 damage to the one back as well. So why don't I do that? More death means more XP. And then lastly, I can kill this one with a lob. Sweet. Alright, so 2 more to go. This one is just protect and kill 7 enemies. I generally try to do that in your case. Alright, what to do here? So this guy is the Weber guy. Web and deal 3. Shooter and shooter. Alright, let's go ahead and start off like, guess like this is fine. Yeah. Okay, sweet. There's a pod. A pod generally is some extra item. You can, if you, I'm pretty sure if you rescue any pod, it gives you reactor core at all times. So let's see if I can't get this pod working on my side here. What I'm thinking about doing is I could move this guy over here, push this guy over here, in which case he'll take 2 damage and he'll die when the next alien spawns, and also rescue this pod. Almost certainly gonna do that. I could push this guy over here, in which case he's gonna take 1 damage, and he's eventually gonna shoot over here. Let's see the attack order. So he attacks 3rd, so he actually wouldn't shoot before this guy like hammers the building here, so I can't do that. I could alternatively shoot with my artillery here, pushing this guy here, and then moving this guy here and shooting with my cannon on the Weber, and that'll push him and deal 1 damage to him. But the downside there will be that this thing will be shooting me for 1. Lastly, what I could do here is I could actually move my artillery over here, push this guy back 1 here. He will, since his turn is before his turn, kill this thing. Right, he's gonna act 2. I think that's actually super beneficial because he has so low health that I'm not too afraid of finding a way to kill him on later turns, but 3 health is much more to handle. So, although to be fair, this is pretty annoying to get webbed, but I think that's fine. Yeah. Alright, let's see what this passive is. Passive is explosion. So if I shoot him, he deals 1 damage to him. wonder if I can see which the order of spawning. Sorry, if I push him back, he's gonna actually explode here, and that's gonna be pretty bad for me. So I don't want to do that. I could move my artillery, push him to the side here, shoot, kill, he does 1 damage, and he's actually gonna... Actually, let me think about that. I don't want to really block anything, because I want to be able to kill these things in order. I don't want to block. I don't want to block. So I can move him here, push him to the side, and then smack this thing. Yeah. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna kill 2, and then there's gonna spawn 1, 2, 3. Maybe I do want to block 4. 4 at once is actually pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm killing 3, killing 4. Next turn there's 3 spawns, so if I can kill all 3, I should be able to get this requirement. All right. That's not good. Alright, how much health does you guys have? 4. So I can have this guy shoot over here. I can have this guy push him over here. Alternatively, what could happen? I could have him kill this guy, move this guy over here, smack him for 3. That's not gonna be enough. So I kill this guy. Is there a way for me to have these guys try to kill each other? I could move him back. I could move him back here and shoot. Actually, he does 3 damage, right? I could push him this way. Attack order? No, attack order is the wrong order. Deal 2 damage. I could push him this way. He'd get hammered by 2. And then I could move. I shoot him. I smack him for 2. And then this artillery mech is just gonna push this thing to the side here. It really doesn't. So this thing will be full, this thing will be at 2. Is there no way for me to do better than that? I can kill him. Oh, I know. I can kill him, move him over here, use his attack, melee attack, push him into this thing, but this will also, there's a force tile, and it'll light and fire, and since he's on top of it, he'll actually take a 4th damage. So yeah, this should be correct. Yeah, he's gonna die there. And then lastly, he goes into the water. Alright. Okay, so can't do the same operation here because pushing him doesn't quite kill him. I could move him into this area and push him over here. Depending on the order, he could actually be, yeah, well that doesn't really matter the order. But he does do 2 damage, and that will kill him to kill this guy. And what could I do from there? I could also have my artillery move here, shoot and push these guys, push this guy away, push this guy into here, and then afterwards shoot him. Can't do in the other order, or can I do in the other order? Like shoot him here, then move here, shoot damage here, he moves back further. Or shoot damage here, and he moves this guy into here. Okay. So I think this works. Why can't I just, yeah, that's... Okay, and this guy shoots this guy here. And then this guy does this. Well, that did not quite go as I expected it to. Alright, let's reset this turn. I get 1 reset per battle. Too greedy. So this guy still had 1 health there. Okay. Push this guy. And then shoot this guy here. And then just push this guy out. I guess I'd be able to kill. I'm able to kill. No, I guess in that case I need to do this to maximize success. If I shoot here. Oh gosh. So I need to move this guy out first. No, I can move this guy into here and then push him. Okay. Yeah, he'll shoot there, that's fine. Alright, not bad. And what did I get from the time pod? A reactor core, that's it. Okay. So I could install the reactor core right now and maybe increase one of these things' damage, or maybe increase their movement, but I'll just save it. Increase this movement is actually really good, because they don't actually, they're not able to do anything if they can't get into range, so, alright. Right, we have a Weber, and I think these are 2 straight shooters. And I'm supposed to protect this artillery, so I get an extra unit that I can move around. I think this one only does like a pushback attack. So I'll go ahead and move this one here, and I'll actually have my artillery be right here, kind of in the center of things, because being here is kind of limiting. Alright. Oh wow, does a 2 attack, but it has no movement, huh? Okay. So I could possibly have maybe this guy be pushed to here, and then this guy kills it. Or possibly this guy pushed into this lane, and then this guy kills it. What I think... Which one is more beneficial to have to try to do? If I do something like free this guy up, this guy could move 3 into here, shoot this thing over here, kill it. I'd have to spend 3. I think I don't want to spend 3, I just want to spend 2, so I'm gonna move here, knock this guy into here. I'll take 1 damage, but my cannon will take 1 damage, but it will kill it in 1 turn. Okay, so this guy's gonna move here, push this into here. The other thing is I might want to try to block one of these spawns, but that would mean this guy would have to move here and be in line of fire for this thing. I don't know if I want to do that. What's the alternative? Alternative is maybe have him move here, shoot this guy here. But then that wouldn't work either. I don't think. Yeah, so I think what I will have happen is this guy will move here. That guy's fine there. Alright, I think I can move her over here, knock it over here. No, I think I have her move here, knock this guy into here, and then this guy will be free. She could move over here, knock it again into this thing. No. move this guy into here, deal 1 damage, move this to here. No, that doesn't work either. This guy moves to here, knocks this thing to here, kills both. Yeah, kills both. And then this guy like shoots and maybe sets him on fire. Okay. Not necessarily needing to use their artillery. Okay, just pushes him here. Yeah. Go and set him on fire. Oh, I can move 1 spot. Huh. Wow, that would have been useful to know. Alright. Oh. So, let's see. Yeah, this deals 2. Unfortunately, I don't think I can maybe move this guy here, push this thing over here, and then finish it off with the artillery. I can have this guy shoot this thing back and set it on fire. And then I can also doesn't look like I can be able to move this thing to like block this thing at all. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Guess. Yeah, I really can't do much on him. Don't really want to stand in the way. So this is a blast son. So I need to kill it first, probably by knocking it. And is this a 1 attack, 1 melee attack? Okay. What's the range on this? Okay, I can attack something to range. So wait. Oh boy. I don't. So I could knock this thing into here, move this thing back, and then knock it and kill both those things. In which case I probably won't be able to kill this thing. But I probably could move it into fire. Yeah, I won't be able to kill this thing. So what was the plan here? Shoot this thing. Move this thing away. Alright, took some extra damage for no reason, but it's fine. Wait. Could I have killed it? Could I have knocked it this way and then shot him so that it dies on the fire? I could have. Okay, so... Oh no, my first attack was using this thing. Never mind. Is there a way I could have done this? No. Almost certainly not. Perfect balance so far. Let's see if I can't beat the box. Destroy 5 goose, protect the corporate tower. Okay. Alright, so I have a Weber dude, and this guy is, what does he do? He shoots, he's a strong shooter. And I need to destroy 5 goose. What to do here? I think what I want is my melee to be here, artillery here, and or cannon there and artillery there. I think that's fine. Maybe here. No, maybe there, like that. Yeah, okay. Alright, this is good. This is very good. So what I can do here is I can knock this guy into the water, move this guy over here. This guy has 3 health, is it? So I could, oh, he moves first, freak. So I could move this guy, smack this guy here, and then maybe push these guys against each other and kill them both. I think that deals the most damage. Alternatively, I could do the knock here first, and then smash it. Which one is more likely to set it on, to actually kill it with fire? Do I want fire here? Or do I want fire here? I think I want fire here, so I'm going to move this guy first here. And this moves my artillery slightly closer towards the center. Oh, there's no fire. Okay, whatever. It's fine. These ghouls have less health. Okay, 2 and 2. Alright, this deals 1 damage. And the attack order is this goo first. So I could do something like move this guy here, kill it moving here. Alternatively, I could have it. What if I try to move it into the water? Like it jumps into the water, does that work? Yeah, I think it does. I think this thing dies from the water, right? No, there's immune to water. Okay. So if I move him here, push him here, or smack him into there. I could if I set this guy on fire, he still fights me. What if I did something where I smack this thing and then moved here and push this thing into here? Actually, I think this is best because this might spawn goose right here and I can then kill it and then also move this thing into here. Yeah, okay. Oh, that was not quite what I wanted. That was actually quite bad for me, I guess. So here I would have to shoot this guy. I have to artillery this guy so this guy moves to this side. Alternatively, I could move this guy here, artillery this guy, but then this guy would be alive. No. This guy's gonna take 1 damage. I could do this. I could... No. Not there, not there. Alright. This guy's gonna take 1 damage. Deal 1 damage here. Can artillery this thing here. I can move this thing to kill this. Shoot this thing back. I've only killed 3 goos though. Alternatively, I can smack. Oh no, this guy needs to die. So this guy moves here. This guy moves here, kills this, and moves this thing over to the side. Kills it, moves this thing to this side. Does this kill completely? Yeah, bite it. Okay. Kill this thing. Push this thing back against this thing. Move this thing. Kill this thing. And move this thing here to kill this thing. Alternatively, I could move this thing over here, push these 2 against each other, and push this thing forward. In which case, I need to move here and push it forward so that it doesn't die. Alright, sure. I could also push it 1 forward so that it actually deals damage to itself, to the shield here. In which case I wouldn't need to move back, but still want to move back here. Alright, and this guy goes here. And this guy knocks this guy down. Is he on fire? Nice. This guy's gonna die. Alright. I can kill this guy here. Push this guy into the fire. Push this guy out of the way. Not a perfect victory, but pretty darn close. And this guy should die first, right? Die from fire. Die from fire. Alright, 2 mech HP, that's pretty bad. Accomplish every archive mission. Extending accomplishment, please add this Riftwalker. Projectile applies acid and pushes back. I have a science class, I can't use it. Definitely grabbing the pilot. And now to spend the reputation. So generally there's one thing on sale, and the sale thing is kind of free because you can always sell it for the price. This is a horrible item though. I've played with this before. Self-destruct, that is also pretty bad. Science I don't have, science I don't have. Okay, so nothing to buy here except for mech can act twice if it does not move. Huh, okay. I think I might just buy 3 reactors. Power up my abilities. Alright, well,